All right, welcome back, second grade. Today is Tuesday, April 7th, and we're back for another reading lesson. Again, it's going to be lesson 4A and 4B all on one video. We'll just ask that you pause it in the middle and come back the second day to do your rereading. Again, we're going to remind you that you do need to be reading at night for 15 to 20 minutes with your family, and also during the day. Epic was a great way for you to check in at school, and so you can still do that online. Same login through the portal, so you can get those minutes checked off and be moving up that super improver list. Again, we expect you to be reading aloud with your child, discussing whether the books are fiction or nonfiction. Talk about retelling what happened in the book, making sure they're trying to give those details, ask them about their favorite part, and of course, making connections. We've talked about a text to self. Does it remind them of something that they've done? A text to text, does it remind them of another book that they've read? Or text to world, does it remind them of something else that's not about themselves or about another book that they've read? Okay, today's reading, we are going to be in the part of your packet that's titled Earth Rocks, and we're going to find out about rocks today. And so your packet will look like this. Okay, so make sure you've turned to that page that says Earth Rocks. Again, you're going to be having some headings. We're going to talk about some different types of rocks as we're reading. So maybe if you're going out for walks, you can pay attention to some kinds of rocks that are out there. Now, if you get to some words that you don't know, because these are some new scientific names for some of you, then you'll be able to check in with your family to get a little extra help on that as you're reading. Okay, so you can see not a ton of text today for you, lots of pictures that go with it, so it will be a little lighter for you in that area. Okay, and then when you are all done, we are going to get to our questions. But before you get to the questions today, it is important that you read carefully. And so make sure that you are checking with a family member, retelling about what you read, seeing if you can retell across your fingers, and that will help you. And so go ahead and pause the video here, and then you can come back as soon as you're done with your reading, and we'll help you through some of the questions. All right, as we're going to take a look at our questions today. The first one, again, says, how many groups of rocks does the passage name? So you'd want to go back to your text, and you'd be looking for where is there evidence in there that helps to support my answer. Okay, you're going to go through and do your questions 1 through 5 today. And today we're going to stop you at number 3. Because you tuned in, you get a little extra help on number 3. It says metamorphic rocks are rocks that were previously a different type of rock. What evidence from the passage supports this conclusion? Is it metamorphic rocks start as igneous or sedimentary rocks? A metamorphosis is a kind of change that something undergoes. Or C, examples of metamorphic rocks are slate and marble. Giving examples really doesn't tell us. Letter A says it starts as igneous, so that means it is changing into something. That's a close answer. But B, metamorphosis is a kind of change that something undergoes. So that is the little hint there that helps you know metamorphosis and metamorphic. And so you'll want to mark letter B there for your answer. Okay, so make sure you've done questions 1 through 5 today, and then you will go ahead and stop. And then we'll come back tomorrow for the rest of our questions, okay? All right, welcome back. We're at Earth Rocks day 4B because we're breaking it into 2 parts each day. So today is Wednesday, April 8th. And so again, it is important that you go back and reread the passage. It helps with fluency and understanding. And so make sure you're doing lots of reading at home that helps with that fluency, whether it's on Epic or Storyline or Hoopla. Again, if you're doing it on Epic, I can move you up that super improver because I'll be able to see that you are improving each day as it goes directly to my computer. Okay. And parents, again, as you're reading aloud, make sure it includes the discussions of the things we talked about. Fiction or nonfiction, retelling, talking about favorite parts, making connections. All right, today's reading, we're coming back to Earth Rocks. I'm going to ask that you take a moment and reread your passage from yesterday and come back and practice that so it can go a little smoother hopefully today, and hopefully the retelling becomes a little stronger on day 2. So go ahead back to your packet and I will let you read that. So go ahead and pause the video and then you can come back to us and we'll work on the remainder of your questions. All right, welcome back. Hopefully that reading is coming along smoothly. We are on day 2, so we're on questions 6 through 10. And so let's come back to your passage. Again, questions 1 through 5 should have been done from last time. Remember, question 10 is on the back side, and so make sure you're not missing that 10th question each time. All right, we give you a little bit of help because you're logging in, you're following along with me, and so I give you a little help as it comes around. So here we go, number 6. It says, read the following sentences. It says, when magma cools and hardens, igneous rock forms. Igneous rock also forms when lava cools. Lava is magma that erupts from a volcano. As used in this sentence, what does the word erupts mean? So we think about a volcano, we think about an eruption, we think about all that stuff shooting out of the top of the volcano. So is that A, slowly drips? Nah, that's not what I think of when an eruption. B, comes out. Sounds pretty good. C, buries something. We're talking about it comes out of the volcano, so letter B is your answer there. You can always go back to that text and make sure you can find supporting evidence that would help you along. So make sure you do the rest of your questions. So we want 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Or when you get to these questions that have the lines, make sure your writing is neat and easy to read. Read back your answers to somebody to see if they are complete thoughts and make sense. Again, we appreciate you logging in each day, checking on your work, and hopefully improving as a reader. Good job completing Earth Rocks. We will be back tomorrow with another passage and some more questions for you. Keep reading, keep growing. We will see you tomorrow.